Have you ever thought that one word could change your whole life? Well, get ready, because today we're going to talk about a word so powerful it can unlock massive wealth for you. This isn't just any ordinary word. It comes straight from the teachings of Neville Goddard, a man who knew a thing or two about creating success. Now, you might be wondering, how can one word make such a big difference? That's exactly what we're going to explore. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see why this word is the key to transforming your financial future. Think about it for a moment. We use words every day without really thinking about their power. We chat with friends, write emails, and even talk to ourselves. But what if I told you that the words you use, especially the ones you say to yourself, have the power to shape your reality? That's right. The language you use can literally create your world. And the word we're going to discuss today is like a magic key that can open the door to abundance and prosperity. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I've heard all this law of attraction stuff before. How is this any different? Well, let me tell you, this isn't just about positive thinking or wishful dreaming. The word we're going to explore comes from the deep wisdom of Neville Goddard, a spiritual teacher who understood the true nature of reality and how we can shape it. This word, when used correctly, has the power to rewire your brain, change your beliefs about money, and attract wealth in ways you never thought possible. Here's the thing. If you don't understand and use this word correctly, you might be missing out on the wealth and abundance you truly deserve. It's like having a winning lottery ticket in your pocket, but never cashing it in. The potential for massive wealth is right there, waiting for you to claim it. But without knowing this word and how to use it properly, you might continue to struggle financially, always feeling like you're just one step behind where you want to be. But don't worry. I'm not just going to tell you about this word and leave you hanging. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it to transform your life. By the end of this video, you'll have a powerful tool at your disposal, one that can open doors to financial opportunities you never even knew existed. It's not about getting rich quick or making money appear out of thin air. It's about fundamentally changing your relationship with wealth and abundance and aligning yourself with the natural flow of prosperity in the universe. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? The truth is, there is no catch. But there is a challenge. Using this word effectively requires you to change some deeply ingrained habits and beliefs. It might feel uncomfortable at first, and you might even doubt whether it's working. That's why so many people miss out on its power. They give up too soon or don't fully commit to the practice. But I promise you, if you stick with it and really embrace the power of this word, you'll start to see changes in your life that will amaze you. Before we dive into the word itself, it's important to understand where it comes from. Neville Goddard wasn't just another self-help guru or get-rich-quick schemer. He was a spiritual teacher and philosopher who lived from 1905 to 1972, and his teachings have had a profound impact on countless people around the world. Goddard's ideas weren't just about making money, they were about understanding the true nature of reality and our place in it. But here's the interesting part. He found that when people applied his teachings, they often experienced remarkable improvements in all areas of their lives, including their financial situations. Neville Goddard was born in Barbados and moved to the United States as a young man. He spent years studying various spiritual and philosophical traditions, but what set him apart was his ability to distill complex ideas into simple, practical techniques that anyone could use. He believed that our imagination is not just a tool for daydreaming, but a powerful force that can literally shape our reality. According to Goddard, the world we see around us is a reflection of our inner beliefs and assumptions. Change those beliefs and you change your world. Now you might be wondering, what does all this have to do with making money? Well, that's the beauty of Goddard's teachings. He didn't focus specifically on wealth or success. Instead, he taught principles that could be applied to any area of life. But many people found that when they used his techniques to change their beliefs about money and abundance, their financial situations improved dramatically. It's not about manipulating the world around you. It's about changing your inner world and watching as the outer world shifts to match it. Goddard's teachings weren't always easy for people to accept. After all, the idea that we can change our reality just by changing our thoughts and beliefs can seem pretty far-fetched at first. But time and time again, people who applied his principles reported amazing results. They found better jobs, started successful businesses, and attracted unexpected windfalls. And it all started with understanding the power of their own minds and the words they used. One of the things that made Goddard's teaching so powerful was their simplicity. He didn't require his students to perform complex rituals or learn difficult meditation techniques. Instead, he taught them to use the power of their imagination and to choose their words carefully. And that brings us to the word we're going to explore today. A word that Goddard considered to be one of the most powerful tools for creating the life you desire. Now you might be thinking, if this word is so powerful, why haven't I heard about it before? The truth is, you probably have heard it. In fact, you probably use it every day. But like so many powerful things in life, its true potential often goes unnoticed. It's like having a supercomputer but only using it to check your email. Once you understand the real power of this word and how to use it effectively, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. But before we reveal this magical word, it's important to understand something crucial about Goddard's teachings. He didn't believe in quick fixes or magical solutions. He taught that changing your life requires consistent effort and a willingness to challenge your own beliefs. Using this word effectively isn't about saying it once and expecting miracles. It's about incorporating it into your daily life, using it to reshape your thoughts and beliefs and allowing it to guide your actions. So are you ready to discover this powerful word? Are you prepared to use it to unlock the wealth and abundance you deserve? Remember, knowledge is power, but only when it's applied. As we move forward, I want you to keep an open mind and be ready to put what you learn into practice. Because once you understand the power of this word and start using it correctly, your life will never be the same. The power of words. Words are more than just sounds or symbols on a page. They're the building blocks of our thoughts, the tools we use to communicate our ideas, and the vessels that carry our intentions. Think about it. Every great achievement in human history started with a thought, which was then put into words. The Declaration of Independence, Martin Luther King Jr., I Have a Dream speech, the moon landing. All of these began as words before they became reality. But the power of words goes beyond just expressing ideas. The words we use, especially in our own minds, shape our perception of reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good with money or that wealth is out of your reach, you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your brain starts to look for evidence to support these beliefs, and you unconsciously make decisions that keep you stuck in financial struggles. On the flip side, when you start using words that align with wealth and abundance, something amazing happens. Your brain begins to rewire itself. It starts looking for opportunities to create wealth. You become more open to taking calculated risks, more confident in your ability to handle money, and more attuned to the abundance that already exists in your life. This is why the word we're about to discuss is so powerful. It has the ability to shift your entire mindset around money and wealth. But here's the key. It's not just about saying the word out loud or writing it down. The real magic happens when you internalize it, when you let it seep into your subconscious mind and become part of your core beliefs. This is what Neville Goddard understood so well. He knew that true change doesn't come from external actions alone, but from a deep internal shift in our beliefs and assumptions about the world. Now, you might be wondering, if words are so powerful, why don't affirmations always work? That's a great question. The truth is, affirmations can be helpful, but they're often used in a superficial way. Repeating, "I am rich" 100 times a day won't magically make money appear in your bank account. The word we're going to discuss goes deeper than that. It's not just about positive thinking. It's about fundamentally changing your relationship with the concept of wealth and abundance. Are you ready to discover the word that can unlock massive wealth in your life? The word that Neville Goddard considered one of the most powerful in the English language? Here it is: imagination. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Imagination? That's it? How can imagination make me wealthy? But stay with me, because once you understand the true power of imagination as Goddard taught it, you'll see why this word is the key to unlocking abundance in your life. When most people think of imagination, they think of daydreaming or fantasizing. But Goddard's concept of imagination goes much deeper than that. He believed that imagination is the very essence of reality, that the world we see around us is a projection of our inner thoughts and beliefs. In other words, what we imagine in our minds is what becomes real in our lives. This isn't just some New Age philosophy. Modern neuroscience has shown that our brains have difficulty distinguishing between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. When you imagine something in detail, your brain reacts in many of the same ways it would if you were actually experiencing it. This means that by using your imagination effectively, you can literally rewire your brain to be more aligned with wealth and abundance. But here's the crucial part. It's not just about imagining yourself with a lot of money. It's about imagining yourself as the kind of person who naturally attracts wealth. It's about seeing yourself making smart financial decisions, recognizing opportunities, and feeling comfortable and confident with money. When you use your imagination in this way, you start to embody these qualities in your real life. Now that we understand the power of imagination, let's talk about how to use it effectively to attract wealth into your life. The first step is to get clear on what wealth means to you. Don't just think about a number in your bank account. Imagine how your life would look and feel if you were truly wealthy. What would you do with your time? How would you contribute to the world? How would your relationships change? Once you have a clear picture, it's time to start using your imagination to make it feel real. Goddard taught a technique he called living in the end. This means imagining that you've already achieved your desired state of wealth and abundance. Feel the emotions you would feel. See the details of your surroundings. Interact with people as you would if you were already wealthy. The key here is to make it as vivid and real as possible. Use all your senses. If you imagine yourself in a beautiful home, feel the texture of the furniture, smell the fresh flowers on the table, hear the sound of laughter from your loved ones enjoying the space with you. The more real you can make it in your mind, the more powerful the effect will be. Now, this might feel strange at first. You might feel like you're lying to yourself or playing pretend. But remember, you're not trying to fool yourself. You're giving your subconscious mind a new blueprint to work with. You're showing your brain what to look for and move towards. It's important to do this regularly. Set aside time each day to live in this imagined state of wealth. You might do it first thing in the morning, during a lunch break, or before going to bed. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel, and the more your outer world will begin to align with this inner vision. But here's the crucial part. Don't just imagine and then sit back, waiting for wealth to magically appear. Use your imagination as a springboard for action. When opportunities arise that align with your vision of wealth, take them. When you have ideas for creating abundance, act on them. Your imagination is setting the direction, but you still need to move your feet. Remember, wealth isn't just about money in the bank. It's about living a rich, fulfilling life. Use your imagination to envision not just financial abundance, but also rich experiences, meaningful relationships, and a sense of purpose. As you align your inner world with this vision of true wealth, you'll find that abundance starts to flow into all areas of your life. Common mistakes. As powerful as imagination is, many people make mistakes when trying to use it to attract wealth. Let's talk about some of these common pitfalls and how to avoid them. One of the biggest mistakes is being too vague in your imagination. Simply picturing a pile of money or repeating, "I am rich," isn't enough. Your imagination needs to be specific and detailed. Instead of just seeing money, imagine exactly how you earned it, what you're doing with it, and how it's improving your life and the lives of others. Another common error is letting doubt creep in. You might start imagining wealth, but then that little voice in your head says, "Who are you kidding? This will never happen." When these doubts arise, don't fight them. Instead, gently return to your imagination. Remember, you're not trying to convince yourself of anything. You're simply exploring a possibility in your mind. Many people also give up too quickly. They try using their imagination for a few days, don't see immediate results, and conclude that it doesn't work. But changing deep-seated beliefs about money and wealth takes time. It's like working out. You won't see results after one trip to the gym, but consistent effort over time will transform your body. The same is true for your financial reality. A mistake that's easy to fall into is imagining wealth, but not aligning your actions with that vision. If you imagine yourself as financially savvy, but continue to make poor financial decisions in your daily life, you're sending mixed messages to your subconscious. Make sure your actions support your imagined reality. Lastly, some people make the mistake of using imagination as an escape from their current reality, rather than as a tool to change it. They spend all their time daydreaming about wealth without taking any steps to improve their financial situation. Remember, imagination is meant to inspire action, not replace it. To really understand the power of imagination in creating wealth, let's look at some real-life examples of people who have used this principle successfully. Take Sarah, for example. She was a struggling freelance writer, barely making ends meet. After learning about the power of imagination, she started spending time each day vividly imagining herself as a successful author. She pictured herself writing bestsellers, giving interviews, and helping others with her words. Within a year, she had landed a book deal, and her first novel became a surprise hit. Sarah credits her success to the clarity and confidence she gained through her daily imagination practice. Then there's Michael, who worked in a low-level corporate job. He began using his imagination to see himself as a successful entrepreneur. He visualized himself running a thriving business, making important decisions, and creating value for his customers. This practice gave him the courage to start a side business, which eventually grew so successful that he was able to quit his day job. Now, Michael runs a multi-million-dollar company and often speaks about the role imagination played in his journey. Consider also the story of Lisa, a single mom who was deep in debt. She started imagining herself debt-free and financially secure. In her mind, she saw herself easily paying bills, saving money, and even taking her kids on vacations. This new mindset led her to look for ways to increase her income and reduce her expenses. She started a small online business, learned about investing, and within 3 years had paid off all her debt and built a substantial savings account. These stories show that imagination isn't just about fantasizing, it's about changing your mindset in a way that opens you up to opportunities and gives you the confidence to take action towards your goals. Now that we've seen the power of imagination in action, let's talk about how you can make it a part of your daily life to attract wealth and abundance. Start by setting aside at least 10-15 minutes each day for your imagination practice. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax your mind and body. Begin to imagine your ideal wealthy life in as much detail as possible. See yourself waking up in your dream home. Feel the satisfaction of checking your bank account and seeing a healthy balance. Imagine yourself making wise investments, running a successful business, or excelling in your career. As you do this, engage all your senses. What does your successful life look like? What sounds do you hear? What does it feel like to be financially secure? The more vivid and real you can make this experience in your mind, the more powerful it will be. Don't just focus on the material aspects of wealth. Imagine the freedom it brings, the ability to help others, the peace of mind that comes with financial security. Feel the emotions associated with this state of abundance, joy, gratitude, confidence. After your imagination session, carry that feeling of abundance with you throughout your day. When you face decisions or challenges, ask yourself, what would my wealthy self do in this situation? This helps you align your actions with your vision of abundance. Remember, consistency is key. Do this practice every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Over time, you'll find that your attitude towards money shifts, your financial decisions improve, and opportunities for wealth creation seem to appear more frequently in your life. As we wrap up our exploration of this powerful word from Neville Goddard, let's recap what we've learned. We've discovered that imagination is not just for daydreaming, it's a potent tool for reshaping our reality, especially when it comes to creating wealth and abundance in our lives. We've seen how the words we use and the thoughts we think shape our perception of reality and influence our actions. By harnessing the power of imagination, we can change our beliefs about money and wealth at a deep level, opening ourselves up to new possibilities and opportunities. We've learned about common mistakes to avoid, like being too vague in our imaginings or letting doubt derail our efforts. We've seen real-life examples of people who have used the power of imagination to transform their financial lives. And we've explored a daily practice that can help you incorporate this powerful technique into your own life. Remember, using imagination to create wealth isn't about magical thinking or avoiding practical action. It's about aligning your mind with abundance, gaining clarity on what you truly want, and building the confidence to take bold steps towards your financial goals. As you move forward from here, I encourage you to start your own daily imagination practice. Be patient with yourself. Changing deep-seated beliefs takes time. But if you persist, you'll likely find that your relationship with money begins to shift in powerful ways. Imagination truly is the key that can unlock massive wealth in your life. It's a tool that's always available to you, costs nothing to use, and has the potential to transform not just your financial situation, but your entire life. So, are you ready to put the power of imagination to work in your life? Your journey to greater wealth and abundance starts with a single thought, a single word: imagination. Use it wisely, use it consistently, and watch as it begins to reshape your financial reality. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Neville Goddard's powerful teaching. Remember, the ability to create the life you desire lies within you. Your imagination is the tool. Now it's up to you to use it. Here's to your wealth, your success, and the amazing future you're about to imagine into reality.